Today's lectionary reading comes from the Old Testament. You ever hear that in church? The lectionary reading? Lectionary. Sounds like someone's running for some sort of religious office. Some sort of very boring religious office. No? Sorry. You're still not sure what it means exactly. The lectionary, right? Well, why don't you give me a couple minutes and I'll see if I can explain. Because we are talking about the lectionary on this episode of Chuck Knows Church. The lectionary is a collection of scripture readings for worship that are placed on the calendar in a specific order intended for specific days. Now, altogether, these are sort of a proclamation of the people of God, a way of experiencing scripture in a logical pattern. Now, it's been done since the time of Moses and later developed across the centuries by both Hebrews and Christians. Now, today, many Protestant denominations around the world are commonly using something called a Revised Common Lectionary, a calendar and table of scripture readings for a 3-year cycle. So why is it common, and why was it revised, and why do I do air quotes with just my pointy fingers? I don't know the answers to any of these questions. That's just the way I quote, and that's just what the book is called. What I do know is this schedule of scriptures is only a suggestion, nothing mandatory, nothing like church law. But it is a helpful way to plan worship and sermons and even daily meditations. You see, each week the lectionary lists 4 readings to choose from, typically one each from the Old Testament, the epistles, the Gospels, and one from the book of Psalms. In fact, if your congregation uses something from each of these groups every week for 3 years, you'll hear about 70% of the Bible read aloud in church. Pretty cool, right? Some really good Bible study. Now, the widespread use of lectionaries all across the world demonstrates the value in helping congregations hear the entire message of the Bible. And knowing that Christians around the globe are using the same readings on the same days, well, it connects us all. Ooh, I know. Maybe next time we revise the lectionary, we can add a reading from Chuck Knows Church, right? The revised uncommon lectionary according to Chuck. Yeah, I knew it was a bad idea as soon as I started saying it. Scratch that. We can cut that part out, right? Right. All right. To learn more, ask your pastor. Tell them Chuck sent you.